So people don't necessarily know this, but before you were a union leader and a union representative, you were a lawyer, and before that you were in the Army Reserve. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yes, I enlisted in the Army Reserve. I should have stayed in it longer. I love being a rifleman and learning all those skills, but somewhat fortunately Australia's guarded by really elite professional defence forces and reservists, and I think to the relief of the Army, and I stopped being a rifleman.
Tell me a little bit about your typical weekend as a dad.
Well, first of all, Clementine, as you know, our youngest, is got the genetic DNA of a rooster, so she gets up when the sun rises. So she would normally come and wake us up. Then we've got kids sport, which means I am a volunteer bus driver. I take child to sporting event A, then another child, and then pick up first child, then take them to the next sporting event. And so there's
one child does get taken to ballet.
And then there's ballet, ballet, sport, ballet, dance classes, more sport. I like to sneak in the odd jog, running. I like running. I'm not like a fast runner.
You're a good runner.
Well,
dedicated.
I'm dedicated, and it helps clear my head. And I generally try and make you happy.
Tell me about your mum, your wonderful mother Anne, and her history as a teacher and a school principal. What that gave you?
She came from a pretty poor family. She was the eldest of 4 kids, none of whom have ever been to university. She had the chance to go to university, but because the family wasn't well off, she had to take a teacher scholarship. They couldn't afford to send her to law school. But she loved teaching. She taught overseas, she taught in the country, she taught in government schools. She eventually ended up working at a university, teaching other teachers how to become teachers. And she always taught me, whenever you had a question, look it up. So she was a big believer in self-help. If you had a question, try and find out the answer, read a book, open a book.
You've been travelling around Australia doing some old school style campaigning, and one of the things that you've been doing is talking to people at town hall meetings. I've been lucky enough to come with you. What is that like for you, doing those meetings?
I think people do want to have a say in where their communities are going, the quality of their lives, what happens to their kids, what happens to their grandparents in aged care. People are interested in the way our community is organised, but a lot of them think that politics can't change anything. And so what I like about the town hall meetings is it's direct. You can't make a story up, you can't fob people off with a simple grab or a quote or a 15-second burst on the television. So I like it when it's real and you learn from people. I've never had a conversation where I didn't learn something from someone.